Wild weather played havoc with rescue efforts on a Comox Valley mountain today. A man was reported missing Saturday afternoon when he failed to return from the hike, and conditions were deteriorating fast as searchers headed out. Dean Stoltz reports.
The effort is focused west of Mount Washington on the edge of Strathcona Provincial Park. The 26-year-old man and his girlfriend, both from Victoria, had planned to hike and summit Mount Albert Edward on Saturday.
They had hiked into Circlet Lake, and then their plan was to do the summit yesterday. But because the weather was so poor, she chose to stay behind and tried to convince him not to go, but he was determined and headed up and lost his way coming back off the mountain.
He was supposed to return to their camp Saturday evening, but didn't. So around midnight, ground search and rescue teams from as far away as Lake Cowichan started looking for him in treacherous conditions.
The weather was a huge obstacle for us, plus it's extremely mountainous terrain in the areas we're searching. Very thick woods as well. I guess the biggest obstacle was we really had no starting point for him except to know that he had come off the ridge, and there's multiple paths that he could take coming off.
It wasn't particularly cold overnight, but it was damp and windy as one of the season's first major storms rolled through the area.
Did not know the terrain particularly well and was not particularly well equipped, but by luck he was able to find a fire truck and spent the night in the fire truck on the Oyster River logging main.
He had actually come down the mountain when he found the fire truck, but as mild hypothermia set in, he then may have been disoriented and headed back up the mountain.
Normally, subjects continue downhill, but he turned around and came back uphill, and we located him somewhere in this area, up on this ridge.
He was brought out by helicopter and taken to St. Joseph's Hospital in Comox with only minor injuries. Searchers say he was very lucky, as others who were on the mountain can attest to.
It was pretty bad all weekend, really. Hiking on Friday was rainy. It poured all night, Friday night. Saturday morning it was foggy. That was kind of where we made our decision not to go up the mountain. We were socked right in and it was drizzling and it was pretty nasty.